There's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And let's see here. I've got get a confirmation you're on audio. Jesus, get a confirmation you're on 9 o'clock straight up. Well, it's 9:01 now, but it was 9 o'clock on the dot. Doug was on time for a change. I was a little bit late yesterday. Not yesterday. Sunday. Is it Saturday? Seems like I was on one of these Windows Daily yesterday, but that was Sunday. So no, I wasn't. Sounds good except for that echo. Really? Let me check on that. The echo. Really? Let me check on that. The echo. Really? I'm not hearing an echo. Is anybody else hearing an echo? Or is it just like the sound chamber type of echo that you're saying, Ken Stout? Oh, Ken Stout. He sent me an email this morning saying he's got a couple of premieres scheduled, one for today, one for tomorrow. So I was kind of scrambling at the last minute to put that on. Ken Stout says it's the echo is gone now. I guess come over here. People here say to say hello to a few people. Doug, Parker Morris, Rand, Israel, George Armstrong, Selden Bell, Danielle Emberley, Jeff Ryman, the Brock 9, Ken Stout Live, Selden Bell again, Selden Ball. I'm sorry about that. Ooh, I don't have my picture-in-picture there. Let's fix that right now. Today's title, at the moment, it's going to be different when people watch this afterwards because whatever topic we talk about, I'll change the title to indicate that. But this is your questions answered. Windows Daily number 113. Selden Ball says a little in-room echo maybe. I was since I have Ken Stout on the mind, since he's there and saying hello, I watched his nightly stream a couple nights ago. Afterwards, it was like the next day or something, and I was somewhere along the line, he made some kind of wisecrack about Doug and said, I hope he's not listening. Well, no, I wasn't listening, so rest assured. I watched it later. Maybe Ken was a little concerned that I might retaliate somehow for that comment. No, that's not a Doug thing to do, is it? I do have his premiere that's scheduled for this morning ready to go, and I was surprised about that because after he voiced his concerns about whether Doug was watching right then, well, he didn't say Doug. I hope he's not watching right now, but he meant Doug. Then they started talking about Ken starting a dating show, a dating channel. And I thought it was kind of dismissed, but I was surprised. Hang on. Could it be that simple? Could it just be the mute button on my Stream Deck? Did I not even check my audio? Stream Deck. Did I not even check my audio? Made some kind of wise time 4H. Well, there's audio. Yes, but well, how did I lose it at that point? Then, well, he didn't say Doug. I hope he's not watching right now, but he meant Doug. Then they started talking about Ken starting a dating show, a dating channel. Oh, where did I lose it? Kind of dismissed. Ah, somehow I did it there, huh? So you didn't see the Ken's premiere. Well, you probably saw it, but you didn't hear it. All right. Dum 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 dum. All right. So then here, yeah, this is premiere dating tips from the Ken Stout, the Ken Stout, aka the Dating Machine. And I was saying that it's kind of redundant to have the word "the" there twice. And you know what? My computer must have sabotaged me a little bit there because it didn't like what I was doing. For those of you who have figured out what I was doing. Yeah, okay. Let's go fix this over here. To get things set up right, I'll make a duplicate to that tab, drag it over onto monitor number 3, because I forgot to do that. Well, it's been 3 days since I've done a Windows Daily Show. How did I get it muted when I went to that page? It's not muted now, right? I'm going to go check again. Click live. Click live. Okay, that's there. Go back to chat. You're muted, maybe intentional. You're muted, still muted. The comedy gold is right here. This is comedy gold right here. Always ignoring us. Not always, only when that matters. Right? You've been seeing me day after day after day. I've been bringing chat up. I've been moving over here. And it Ken actually called me, a phone call. And then I was talking about how, considering whether I should answer the call or not, because I didn't. Doing a Doug. No IoT for me. I think that was idiot. Some IoT, Internet of Things. Can anyone read lips? I texted him. Yeah, the texts, they just don't get my attention. Dugging around, ignoring us anyway. Coin drop, deafness. Doug is so funny. I called, still no audio. Priceless. Yes, it could. Just that simple. There he is. You turn it off when you cleared your throat. Oh, really? I didn't. Maybe that's happened sometimes where I've muted to clear my throat, and then I think I pressed the mute button to unmute and it doesn't take, maybe. You had audio and started talking about me, poof, it was gone. Yeah, that's where I say my computer's getting at when I start talking about Ken. It says, no, you don't. Ken, did you get my email? We saw we did not hear. Cool title. I like the Grinch. AV, no, you're good. Yes, it only matters, Catherine, but I not like being ignored. It's just a stab and a twist. Every time you call me ignoring you because I don't get to the chat. All right, caught up. Where was I going? Oh, I was on these comments. I'm talking about Paul. You didn't hear anything about that, did you? I must have been muted while I was talking about Paul's question here. Before the 1 gig speed, so he got upgraded to 1 gig internet. I used to get about 800 megabits per second down, then had issues, and the amplifier outside went bad, and it took them 5 weeks to find the issue and replace it. I was offered gig speed as a free upgrade. I guess he was at 800 megabits, and I think that amplifier outside, that must have been fiber, I think. Amplifier is a fiber term, isn't it? And ever since, I used the XFi app, and it shows I get 1 gig speed but download, but average 400 megabits per second out or upload, both wired and Wi-Fi. So he's checked it on both wired and Wi-Fi, but on from the same computer. Now, he didn't say what he was getting upload when he was at the 800 megabits per second. I've swapped my modem out 4 times and nothing is better. Swapped his modem out. So what does swapped his modem out mean? Does he have one alternative modem and he swaps that in? Does he buy his own modem? Sounds like maybe he's using his own modem rather than the ISP's. Did he swap his modem at the ISP? Did he get a new modem from them? Have you connected your computer directly to your ISP's device? At that point, I think you need to get them involved. Sounds like they've got a problem. But do you care about it? Seriously, do you need that high upload speed for what you do, Paul? You'd have to be uploading massively large files. You only need 10 megabits per second to live stream a video like I'm doing here. So it's just massive video uploads. Or if your computer is a computer that others connect to so that they can download from your computer, then you might care about it. Yeah, you're supposed to get the higher speed, but is it worth your time fussing with the technicians trying to get that fixed? Do you really care about it? There's a point at which sometimes it's just not worth your time pursuing it if it doesn't really benefit you for what you do. Maybe it does. So, Paul, if you care about that, now I'm going to reply to this, and I'll get let's see, where I want to get get a link to this video, and send this message to Paul. I responded to you during this video, and put in that link. Then next, because for those of you who might be new here, what I'm wanting to do with Windows Daily is to answer people's questions as the way that they're asked, as thoroughly as I can, the way they're asked, and try to follow them through and give interaction for trying to help people with things. Looking over at chat. See, Catherine, I'm looking. It's her last comment, but the upgrade was free. I haven't read through everything. The point is that Paul is not getting what he's paying for. Yeah, I agree. I understand that he's not getting what he's paid for. And if Paul wants to pursue that, even though it's not making a difference to his functionality, then hey, it's your time, go do it. For me, no, I wouldn't pursue that. AMA Beauty, it worked perfectly fine. Device manager errors, other devices section. So it looks like AMA Beauty had the problem that we were demonstrating in that video, and the solution there fixed it. Responding to a question about dir command from look, right? I think that's the way he said he pronounces it, look. How to start. Just a few tips. CD to the parent directory and CD / don't have to be spaced. Agreed. So C:\\/ will get you, okay, but that's kind of long way of doing it. CD / okay to use, yeah. And a nice trick is when a path is spaced, like you're trying to run, you use the sum space command. I found the single is sufficient too. So notepad.exe space quote sum _text _file dot text less than. Maybe that was intended to be a quote at the end of that. So without the end quote, it's not the way you should use it, but you can. Okay. I think he was just trying to add some tips there about DOS commands that I'm probably aware of. Not quite sure I understood. So notepad.exe space, and then put in the file name that you want. Yeah, so that was too long ago. I don't know the specifics of that. Response, repairing dead HP all in one that won't turn on. Lawn Neck Prom says, thank you. You and that guy have saved my life's work. So that worked. Now that was a case where it was replacing the CMOS battery. That's what I was doing with those HP all-in-ones. And this Long Neck Prime is telling us apparently that worked for him. Here's the think tank from Saturday. Sorry, Doug, we must dock you 2 hours for being late, but you can make it up if you'd like to. Okay, Tom K. And then another one, Tony says, nice stream, homie. Terry, about upgrading Windows 10 Home to Windows 10 Pro. You can disconnect from the internet. Now, this is where when you're wanting to upgrade from Windows 10 Home to Windows 10 Pro, there's a glitch. You cannot do it the way that it would make sense. You cannot just buy a Pro license and then click on the buttons within Windows to perform the upgrade. You have to use an interim product key that Microsoft has provided while you're not connected to the internet in order to complete that. In this video, I show how to do that. So he's saying you can disconnect from the internet via the settings page without removing the cable, then disable your Wi-Fi. Certainly you can. Yeah, absolutely. It's just showing an alternative way to disconnect from the internet instead of what I did that day, I think was disconnecting an Ethernet cable. Windows 10 Home Drive encryption on by default. Oh, wow. Do I try pronouncing that or not? Cuauhtémoc Vega Torres. Cuauhtémoc Vega Torres. I wonder how well I did on that. Problem is, I am here with my NASA level gaming PC, not able to encrypt it. I don't have the money for Windows 11 Pro. Second, if you installed Windows yourself and not deployed by your manufacturer, you do not have device encryption due to a bus compatibility issue, which is not true or real because my PC with Windows Pro, it can encrypt it, but I paid for the Home Edition. So yeah, I asked Windows if they could give us peace of mind, but I do not know if they're going to do anything. I guess he's saying he asked Microsoft. Not going to do anything. So apparently this is a person who is wanting encryption. I don't have the money for Windows 11 Pro. Now, Kerry Holzman CDK deals, what is it? 18 bucks, 25 bucks, something like that for a full Windows 11 Pro license. That's not an upgrade license. They don't offer upgrade licenses when you can buy the full license that inexpensive. So what is he saying here? Glancing over chat. Last thing there from Catherine. You did very well. Oh, thank you. Still responding to questions here. So we're not going to get to System Monitor today. But that's what's up my sleeve in case I don't have questions in comments or email or chat room. And I'm going to go to the chat room in a minute to see if there's questions. I don't have the money for Windows 11, NASA level gaming PC. What does NASA level mean? I don't know. So he's on Windows 11 Home. You don't have. Second, if you install Windows for yourself and not deployed by your manufacturer, you don't have device encryption due to a bus compatibility issue. Well, I don't think that's the case. I haven't heard of that. If your hardware is not supported by Microsoft for Windows 11, then you might not have encryption available. With Pro, you can do BitLocker protection. Even with Home, I believe you can do direct BitLocker protection if Windows 11 itself doesn't offer you encryption. Which is not, let's see, bus compatibility issue, which is not true. Okay, he's saying I don't have bus compatibility issue. I think that's what he means by not real or true, because my PC with Windows Pro can encrypt it. Now, Windows 10 Pro can encrypt with BitLocker. That's not the same thing as Windows 11 encryption. It uses the same BitLocker engine of sorts, but it is differentiated. And it gets really messy to try to describe the differentiation. I haven't studied it recently enough and don't have it locked in my head well enough to really recite that. but I paid for Home Edition. Now I'm suspecting you paid for Windows 11 Home Edition. So yeah, I asked Microsoft if they give us peace of mind, but I don't know if they're going to do anything. Cuauhtemoc Vega Torres, if you'll come in with in a live chat with us or on a Saturday session, we have more time to deal more directly with that. I think you may have what you need, or maybe that's that your hardware is not on the hardware compatibility list. I can't tell here if you have a pre-built computer or custom build. If you install Windows yourself, so you could do that on a pre-built computer. You can install Windows 11 yourself, not deployed by your manufacturer. Since it doesn't mention a manufacturer, I'm suspecting it's a custom build. So I will click a reply here and say I replied to you in this video. And it should be the same link there. And there we go. So as is my way, I do thumbs up and hearts on all comments, even the ones that are criticizing me. That way they don't show up on this list again. And next time I come into this list, I know they are fresh, new comments. And if someone's even criticizing me, I still consider that a thumbs up and a heart because they're taking the time to tell me what they think. Unless they're just totally vulgar about it, and then I'll just hide them from the channel. So coming back to chat room, let's see what's going on if there's any questions in chat. Of course, I don't need to read through all this muted stuff. No audio, muted. Could be that simple. No, AV is now good. You're good. That's from Greg Guy up here. Yes, it only matters when, but I'm not like being ignored. Can be, that's chit chat. Actually, this one, Jeff Bobby. ISP provides me 2 Aero 6 Plus routers. They work well. Are you using 2 routers at the same time? I don't know why you'd be doing that. Is that just to have a second one on hand? Of course, multiple cable boxes for multiple TVs, but those aren't routers. The Nest Wi-Fi Pro is on a good deal now, Ken, for $400. Richard S. says, thanks for all you do. I really enjoy your videos. Thank you, Richard S. And here he says, hi, Doug. Richard S., I'm going to assume you've been watching for a while, and I'm going to go ahead and make you a moderator. Don't make me regret that. The way that I regret that is if you start messing with other people or posting spam links. That I don't ask you to do moderator duties, such as dealing on other people's comments. I'll only turn you blue so I can recognize that I've seen you before. Routers and modems are not always combined. You know I mispronounced that. Get over it. Since we seem to be missing Lawn Dog, I will fill in. All means Ken's going to give us a lot of chatter in chat. Sorry for that Lawn Dog, but you don't stop because I jab at you once in a while. I like your comments, your chat, because it's usually on topic. The point is that Paul's not getting what's paid for, but the upgrade was free. That's right. So he didn't pay for the additional speed. All right. Roger Bobby, wish I had 800 megabytes per second download. Saying in quote is optional sometimes. Catherine, you did very well. Thank you. My guess is that by NASA level, a very high-end computer man. I suspected so too, but it crossed my mind, does he think that he has a lot of privacy concerns, a lot of stuff that he wants encrypted for privacy reasons? Because that's why you would care about encryption. A high-end gaming computer for gaming purposes, maybe you don't want encryption because encryption does take some processor time. The Bronc 9, could you put up a link to that video upgrading Home to Pro? Certainly. Let's see. Can I? Where did I get back to it? Oh, here, right? Yeah. Upgrading Pro to Live. Where was that? Pro to Live. Home to Pro. That's the one he wanted. Can I get the link from here? I cannot do another. If I click in there, that should take me to the video. And then if I go to details and video link right here, if I scroll over a little bit, I'll get a copy button. And then come back to chat. Oh, you know what? Before I do that, though, let's copy the title of the video too. Okay, then I'll come back to chat. My first Control V is pasting the name, and then I'm going to take that off the screen before I bring up my paste buffer because it might have confidential stuff. It does not. So I'll show you my clipboard buffer and then paste that. Oh, the premiere's starting. T-minus 60 seconds. Yep, I got to send you over to the premiere. I'm sorry, I'll read those the rest of the chat and get back to them tomorrow if there's something there to follow up on as far as topics. So I hope that was useful. Have a great day. Enjoyed Ken's video dating tips.